live. uh, anyway, the road to WrestleMania 15, we are almost done. And we might have, depending on how Tro feels, we might have two shows coming for you. This one this morning and one later tonight. But today, this morning, we are covering the March 8th, 1999 edition of Raw. Tro, how you doing?
I'm hanging in there. I'm just hanging in there. There's something on this show that just might have just pushed me over the edge just a little bit. We'll get to it.
See, I like when we disagree on shit. And like I said, I said it like just as we went live. People probably don't even know what the hell we're talking about. I said we should have did it live. Probably
that's for the Patreon. That's for the Patreon.
We didn't record it at all. We can't even put it on the Patreon. We are having a debate. Can't put it on a Patreon. We didn't record it at all.
I'm sure Streamlabs has it somewhere. StreamYards, whatever.
Do they? Where like if all these, imagine some of these StreamYards where we weren't recording. If there's actual footage of it somewhere.
Well, God forbid you admit to a crime on. You want the recording. I'm sure the cops could be like StreamYards. Show us what the hell happened. So we just have to act like we're cops and say, "Hey, can we get that footage?"
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well,
Tro had a very interesting opinion on nostalgia.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That is not what we were discussing. We weren't discussing about admitting to crimes. Don't come.
I did no crimes. I swear.
The discussion was essentially nostalgia. And look, I have nostalgia feelings about certain stuff. There is no doubt about that. I love the early 2000s, but like he's telling me that I only love the Attitude Era for nostalgia. Like I didn't start watching WWE until 2002, Thanksgiving 2002. Like I did not grow up on the Attitude Era. Trust me on that. I was old enough. Well, maybe not old enough, because I was of the age where I was too young where I shouldn't be watching that. But people
that didn't stop anybody else.
That's what I was about to say. People my age were watching back then. But I didn't have cable, so I couldn't even watch Raw. Like even when I became a fan again, Thanksgiving 2002. There was a SmackDown on that night. SmackDown was on UPN. Everybody had UPN in their household. You didn't need a cable box for that. I still didn't even have cable back then. I couldn't even watch some of the first Raws that took place after I became a fan. I got cable after I moved into my grandfather's house in April of 2003. And that's where I like started somewhat watching Raw, although bedtime was on school nights was 9:00. But I was able to stay up for like the first half hour.
Sneak in watching Raw.
I actually wasn't sneaking. I was allowed permission to stay up 30 minutes to watch Raw.
The good old days of trying to like act asleep and then be like, "What's happening on Raw? What's on Raw?" Oh no, my parents have walked in when there's a bikini contest. Shit.
So.
Why is Mickie James kissing Trish Stratus? That's not very Christian.
See, there's something you brought up though that you said that you enjoyed. What was it? The mid 2000s?
Yeah, like the 2002. Yeah, I grew up in the end towards the lesser half of the Ruthless Aggression era.
Yeah. See, and you said you enjoyed it. But like now looking back on it, you can see like, oh, some of this stuff isn't that good.
Yeah.
See, my way of looking at it is if you enjoy it, who cares if people think it's shit or anything like that? Like,
well, no, even now I'm kind of like, well,
so
it's kind of shit. Yeah, because I was looking through, I looked through it of the eyes of when I was little, but I loved professional wrestling. It was my whole life. And then as I get older, I'm like, oh, you know what? Maybe the boogeyman of Vita weren't so great after all. Maybe this December, maybe Big Show shouldn't have been wrestling in 2006 at that speed.
See, when it comes to pro wrestling, if I enjoy something, for the most part, that even as like the stuff I enjoyed as a kid, I don't look at it now and be like, man, this was shit. I enjoyed most of the stuff that I was watching back then. There is some stuff from the time periods that I like where I'm like, this wasn't all that great. But I've never looked back on something and been like, man, why did I like that? I still see. Go ahead.
To be fair, you did watch during one of the best eras of the shows, though.
Yeah.
There's not really too much to be made. There's not too much to look back on in that 2003, 2004 era that people would be like, oh yeah, that was kind of shit. Other than I guess Benoit's title run, but
that's what I've said too, and I've said that not because of what Benoit did. And believe me, when they first, that would be one thing where I look at and was like, why did I even enjoy that? But still, it's not.
It was just a good title win.
The stuff they did afterwards with Benoit was still fine. The problem is like Benoit is not world championship material.
They kind of just treated him like another guy.
Because he was another guy. That's the
problem. He was over though.
Okay, he was over with.
He couldn't cut a promo, but that's not really his fault. His teeth were he had a very thick Canadian accent, and his teeth were pretty much ripped out of his mouth. It's not exactly his fault.
He was over with the internet diehards. That's about it.
They didn't give a shit about the internet diehards. He was over with the fans. They wouldn't have given him the world title just because in 2004 they weren't like, "Ooh, what are the forums saying about this Chris Benoit guy?" You think Vince McMahon didn't know that Asian porn existed until like freaking Gail Kim came in? Spit take. Jesus Christ.
That wasn't a spit take. My headphones.
I didn't know. It looked weird on my screen.
It looked like a spit take because I was drinking, but the headphones just fell off my head. That's what happened.
Yeah. No, Vince McMahon didn't know what Asian porn was until Gail Kim came into the company. I don't. It was one of the stories like, "Boy, men find Asian women attractive. What the fuck?"
Like, yeah, but he was not over big time. Like, he was not over to the point where they should have put the world title in. That's all I got. He's not world champ. He was never world championship material. But what they did with him as champion was fine for what they did. You know, they put him in a nice little feud with Triple H. So I was fine with that. The feud with Kane, even though it was a 1 month thing, was fine.
Benoit was never a good promo, except when he got really passionate about something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because then you. He wasn't the best. He didn't have the best speech, but when he was really passionate, like I forget, it was some promo that he had with Maven.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Maven, you're not going to give up your world. I worked my ass off for years and years to get a world title match against world title chance. And you're going to throw it away just to join Evolution?"
Right. That's the episode of Raw where Maven was jammed for the night, and he had to either write himself into a title match or join Evolution. That was the whole. But Benoit cut a passionate promo. I think it was an 0-1 SmackDown. Yeah, it was like a 0-1 SmackDown. And I remember he was in an Oilers jersey, and like they were in Edmonton. And there was one, I don't remember what the whole thing was about, but he got a little passionate, and it was a pretty good promo. It was one of the best promos of his career.
Was he like, "I remember when I was just a young boy in the 80s, I watched Mike Bossy score on my Oilers. And I said, I will be world champion one day."
No,
and then I laugh.
No, but I'm sure he did see that.
It broke my heart.
If you were an Oilers fan in the 80s, you definitely saw Mike Bossy score against them in the Stanley Cup to win the fourth cup in a row.
They got the last laugh, but
yeah, to be fair, they beat us the next year. They didn't really get the last laugh. It was even. They won one cup, we won one cup. They didn't really get no last laugh.
Yeah, but they ended our dynasty. They ended our dynasty and sent us into the hellhole that we're still in today. Yeah. Well, Holmberg. Bring it back, baby. I don't care if he never plays. He's now over with me.
All right, so March 8th, 2000. March 8th, 1999. I was about to say 2009. We were about to turn.
Oh, wow. We're
reviewing a Raw from 2009. Let me hit end stream.
Jesus Christ. Even I don't like that. Even I probably wouldn't have liked that episode.
So we both would have ended. We both would have left.
No, sometimes us reviewing bad shows can be entertaining.
No, I don't like if it's a bad show. I don't want to watch it.
People like seeing other people suffer.
So we start off with a video package chronicling Austin attacking Paul White and attacking The Rock. Excuse me, and Paul White was not trying to save The Rock from the assault. Dissension in the ranks still between the corporation here. And now we have Rock come out at the beginning of the show. Obviously, he's irate about what happened at Sunday Night Heat. By the way, watching these Raws, it's like, man, if we're really doing a road to WrestleMania 15, we should be doing these heats. This is the
era of them caring about heat.
Yeah. A lot of what happened at the end, and not even at the end, sometimes a lot of what happened on those Heat episodes carry over into the next Raw. But we did halftime Heat. We did that. That's all we needed.
That counts. That's our Heat quota for the road.
Yeah.
We'll have to do at least one Heat and one Velocity for Unforgiven.
There was no Velocity in 2001.
No Velocities. That's right, because it would have been a brand split crap. So we have to do at least one Heat for Forgiven Bills.
I don't know how the hell we're gonna find them. I
know maybe can we do the Heat for the 9/11 episode? Can that be the Heat that we do?
If I could find it, maybe.
I wonder what kind of Heat episode they'd have for that SmackDown post 9/11.
They may not have even been. Well, Heat was always after Raw. Or before Raw.
I was about to say before. I thought they also did it before SmackDown, too.
No. When Velocity came in, Velocity would.
Yeah, no, Velocity.
Yeah. I remember when I first found out that Heat was before Raw. It was when I went to the Garden, June 23rd, 2003, the Night King Unmasked. It's like, here we are, we're starting the show. We're going live with Sunday Night Heat. I'm like, wait, what? It's Monday.
Back then, in like the early 2000s, they had like all those other shows that like, we're gonna be taping for Jacked. We're gonna be taping for Heat.
Metal.
But now it's like we're gonna be taping for Main Event, and then the show.
Maybe Jacked and Metal, one or the other, aired before SmackDown. Maybe like Metal aired before SmackDown.
Well, I know they call when the satellite footage of the Coliseum.
Yeah.
Was I think Karen Finkel said we are taping for Jack.
Oh, Jack, and that was a SmackDown episode, right?
No, was it? No, I think it was Raw. Which is weird because I feel like they never really ran that many Raws at the Coliseum.
Raw at the Coliseum? They did a couple. They did something like 98.
Yeah, but that was before they had SmackDown. I'm saying once they got SmackDown, the Coliseum kind of became the home.
Right, because most Raw, most Garden shows were at Raw, except for the aforementioned show that I went to, the Raw the next day, SmackDown was also taped at MSG.
Well, they sometimes used to do. They did in 05 because it's that one image of Cena.
The Super Show.
They had a double taping that day. So I guess they would have. Had what's it called Cena come out. I guess they would have had SmackDown tape before the live episode of Raw. That's a long ass day.
It wasn't live. Not all the time. Sometimes they did those on Sundays. You know, the day Eddie Guerrero died, they had a Super Show taping literally that day.
Yeah.
So Raw wasn't live. Raw happened the night Eddie passed away, and then it aired the next day.
And then when Batista debuted was drafted to SmackDown, that was a double taping too.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
Because they didn't have the fist. It wasn't a fist. It was the Raw Titantron. But SmackDown set up kind of crap.
I remember that 2005 draft. Like literally I was spoiling myself on who would go to SmackDown. Like I was that interested in knowing. I would look up Lords of Pain just to try.
What a nerd! You look at that, you're trying to spoil the show for yourself. What a nerd!
I was too excited on like wanting to know like who's going to SmackDown.
Were you on the forum saying Chris Benoit shouldn't be the world champion? Shouldn't have won the world championship?
No, because
by the way, check out this new show called Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's fucking awesome.
Okay, two things as to why that never happened. One, I didn't feel that way back then, and two, I did not watch Buffy until 2022.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We should really check out the. Don't watch Firefly. Watch Buffy.
I want to watch Firefly someday. I haven't gotten around to that yet.
Turns out Frank's the reason why Firefly only lasted a season.
Firefly was already canceled by 2005, though. Firefly was in 2002.
Was it?
Yeah.
I never even watched Firefly. All I know is that everyone bitches about it. It only having one season.
Yeah, it's like the most popular series that get canceled after one. But like Joss Whedon had Buffy and Angel at that time, so he was like juggling 3 shows. So obviously one had to end.
To be fair, Vince McMahon had to juggle had to judge 3 shows, 2 in 2006. He had to judge ECW, Raw, and SmackDown, Frank. So I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Well, maybe, I don't know. So now we finally get back to this opening.
Meanwhile, in 1999,
yeah, we're literally almost 20 minutes in here, and we haven't started. We've stopped.
I've been trying to prolong this crap.
So, The Rock walks out to kick off the show. He's irate about what happened on Sunday Night Heat. He demands that Paul White come out and face him. Mr. McMahon comes out instead and demands that The Rock stop washing corporate laundry. I like that line. He says washing corporate laundry instead of the saying is you're airing your own laundry or shit like that. Instead of saying airing, he says stop washing corporate laundry.
This is Vince McMahon, and I'm sure Patterson and Briscoe are like, Mr. McMahon, actually, we're the ones who do the wash here. I don't know why you think The Rock's doing it. It's us, Mr. McMahon.
We will see Patterson and Briscoe later in the show.
We will.
Patterson and Briscoe, as the Stooges, were one of the more underrated aspects of the Attitude Era, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, they were great.
Yeah. So where were we here? Oh, yeah. Stop washing corporate laundry in public, Mr. McMahon says to The Rock. And he tries to direct The Rock's irateness at the fans. He tells Rock that White is loyal to the corporation and is in good standing, but Rock says he still has his doubts. That prompts Paul White to the ring, and Paul White says he was hired to keep the WWE title from Stone Cold Steve Austin, but maybe he should quit and attack Rock. Then they are interrupted by Mankind, who has officially been made the second guest referee. We finally know Mankind will be the guest referee for the WWE title match at WrestleMania, but we're going to have two referees in that match. Spoiler alert, that changes. We do not have two referees. That would have looked very weird. But I guess they could have made a story out of it, but it still would have looked weird. The main event of WrestleMania having two referees.
So to be fair, at WrestleMania 14, Tyson somehow counted the three.
Yeah, but he was an outside enforcer. Like, you have two referees officiating the match. That they didn't need to do that. I'm glad.
I'm just saying, Michaels screwed Michaels at WrestleMania 14.
So yeah, the second guest referee in the WWE title match, he interrupts and offers. I'll get it right.
Fucking seal over here. He what? There's war. He awful. That's most New York. He offers. That's how Mick Foley's New York accent talks. I'm gonna offer you something. Hey, I'm walking here. Bada boom. I'm a ghoul.
Hey, I'm reviewing the show over here.
Yeah, it's all us New Yorkers do. All those stereotypes. That's exactly what we say all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. He offers Fury a Rock White match, despite the fact that they have conned him over a couple of weeks. McMahon counters by telling Mankind that he will face Austin in the main event tonight, and instead of Mankind being the referee, obviously Mankind's wrestling, he's not going to be the referee, Paul White will be serving as special guest referee, and The Rock will be your special guest commentator. This is obviously to prove that Rock and Paul White can be trusted. They're on the same page. We still don't know about that one. Then now Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out, and he says he does not care about the special guest referee saga because he's going to retain the WWE title at WrestleMania. Really good segment to kick off the show. What did you think about it?
It took, how many weeks are we into this build to WrestleMania?
We got 2 weeks left after this.
We have 2 weeks left, and for the first time, since freaking the Royal Rumble, we have an interaction between The Rock and Stone Cold, the fucking main event of WrestleMania. Now I get that the show the match kind of sells itself because it's Austin Rock, but at the same time, this is the first time they've had interactions since the Royal Rumble, and even then it was just The Rock coming out and distracting Stone Cold.
Yeah. And see, I hate that. The whole, it's two megastars, the match sells itself. Like, okay, from a business standpoint, yeah, people are gonna watch because it's two of the biggest stars. That don't matter. That doesn't keep the weekly shows interesting. Like, why am I watching the weekly shows if the match sells itself? Like, give me a damn storyline. That being said,
you know what story has more interactions on this show? Has had more build than the Austin Rock. Freaking Val Venus and Goldust have had more build to a match at WrestleMania than the Rock and Austin have at this point.
Yeah, and that was a good storyline. I will say this: the main thing has been the story between the dissension in the ranks between the corporation, which is fine. But obviously, yeah, Austin
doesn't go anywhere though.
Austin and Rock needed more time on television. Now, from here on out, we're going to see some good stuff from them, including a very memorable segment that is 2 weeks away on the Go Home edition Raw.
From this point on, the build is great, but I'm just saying it's taking them this long to finally get them to interact. The Rock's been more interested in the fucking Big Show than he has been Stone Cold.
Wait a minute. He's been more interested in who?
The Big Show.
Who the hell's that?
Didn't we establish like the week, like I think it was like either last week or 2 episodes ago that he wants to be called Big Show now? That Vince was calling him Big Show?
I haven't heard him called Big Show yet. He's Paul White.
I thought they started calling him Big Show.
At some point, they do start calling him the Big Show Paul White, which was weird. If you're going to call him the Big Show, just start calling him the Big Show. But I don't think they've said Big Show yet. I don't think so. Maybe one time, but I haven't heard Big Show that much. I've heard Paul White. That's a lot of what I've heard. I know at some point, pretty soon, they're going to start calling him Big Show. I don't even think he was Big Show at WrestleMania yet.
No, I don't think so.
We will find out pretty soon, but which is good because we're finally towards the end here of this, this road to. We'll be getting to the road. We'll be getting to the road to Unforgiven really soon. I cannot wait to review WrestleMania 15. Again, I don't want to give too much away of how I will feel about the show, but I'm not going to sit here and say it was like the greatest WrestleMania ever, which obviously it's not, but it's in my opinion a very underrated WrestleMania. But I will leave it at that. 'Cause I don't want to. Why would we do the show if I tell you all my thoughts on it? So
the funny thing about the Attitude Era WrestleManias, if you start at 14 as the Attitude Era, or if you count 13 as the Attitude Era,
I'd say 14.
The WrestleManias themselves, except for 17 stands alone on the top as one of the best WrestleManias, if not the best.
Literally the final show of the Attitude Era.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
No,
the WrestleMania,
absolutely.
The WrestleMania themselves are a bit underwhelming, but that's not necessarily a bad thing because
from
everything around it is so good most of the time that it's okay if the WrestleManias are a little bit can't always stick the landing on some spots, but if the routine's good enough, it kind of makes up for a little bit of a rough landing here and there.
We don't agree on a lot of shit. I do agree on that. I don't think there are a lot of people that think some of those WrestleManias were horrible. I'm not going to say that because I don't think.
No, I mean I don't particularly like 15 spoilers alert or 2000, but we're never getting to that. But
2000,
I'm not gonna sit here and say, ooh, WrestleMania 15 horrible. You should not like it.
See, I would never say somebody should not like it. Like you like what you like.
How dare you like WrestleMania 15, you bastard?
see, WrestleMania 15 I enjoyed, but I will admit if somebody says it's underwhelming to a point, yeah, it's a little underwhelming. WrestleMania 2000, I would pretty much say the same thing. It's a good show, but a little underwhelming. Needed more one-on-one matches with WrestleMania 2000. I have no problem with the 4-way main event, but like literally every match on the card is one-on-one, is multiple people.
It's a stipulation match almost. You would have thought that Vince Russo was booking it. The amount of stipulations.
Oh, I thought you meant the stipulation for the main event because the stipulation for the main event was fine. I enjoyed.
I don't mind it being a little bit. That's actually a pretty clever way to get around. I mean, the main event should have been Rock, Triple H outright, but eventually we got that. We got to that point.
They were the last two left.
Yeah, it's almost as if you didn't need Big Show and Mick Foley in that match.
See, I understand.
Funny how that works.
I understand Foley being in it because it's like it's his final match. Wink, wink. It's not really his final match, but it's his second final match in literally a month's time. But also, like, he never main evented WrestleMania up until that point. He finally did.
Well, if that Royal Rumble botch doesn't happen, then that probably doesn't happen either.
Was that a botch though? Doesn't seem like it.
It was if it was planned, it was a hell of a thing to actually pull off. The Rock feet hitting first.
I think it was planned. It seemed to me that it was planned.
I don't know. I think they would have ignored it if the camera angle didn't get it so clear. If they, it's like how they when Brett and Luger both tied, even though I think it was definitely proved that one of them did touch first, but they're like, oh well, the technology here says that they both tied, so therefore you both win.
That was proven though. I mean, no, not proven. That was supposed to happen.
Yeah, unlike 2005 when Batista.
That was not supposed to happen.
And that was legitimately perfect timing of them hitting at the same time.
Yeah. Imagine. Well, I guess no matter what, they both were going to WrestleMania. So even if somebody like Batista hit first, so what? They're both going to Mania. So just announce John Cena the winner.
But could you imagine Vince coming out pissed? Ah, damn it! Fucking hell! He takes the mic. Batista was supposed to win, you idiots. I mean, this isn't scripted at all. He just drops the mic and tries to scurry off.
Yeah, he tried to remember he tore his quads. He tore his quad first when he threw the jacket down, right? And then when he slid into the ring, he tore the next quad. That's horrible. Man. He's just sitting in the ring. Yeah. Imagine being Batista and John Cena in that moment. Obviously, they went on and became the guys. But they weren't there necessarily yet, and you guys just fucked up, and the fuck up led to your boss tearing both his quads. Like imagine being Cena and Batista in that moment.
This is all your fault.
Scared as hell. I can't imagine how they were feeling. Obviously, they probably knew by that point they were becoming champs at WrestleMania, but they probably were worried. Like, what if Vince changes his mind now?
Well, I can picture JBL celebrating this, one like, haha, I'm gonna get a main event payday. And Vince is like, no, Triple H is like, that doesn't work for me, brother. I'm gonna main event WrestleMania. I don't care if Cena won the Royal Rumble. I get the WrestleMania payday, bitches.
Yeah. Well,
I don't want to work Tuesdays.
Well, they both got WrestleMania paydays though. Like those are both marquee.
But they got the main events.
Yeah, obviously, I'm sure main event probably paid a little better, but like they were both matches.
I wonder how much they paid Akibono.
Akibono got bank. He's still. Well, I was literally about to say he's still living off that money. I forgot he passed away a couple months
ago. I don't think he's living off that money right now.
Yeah. No, Akibono made bank off Mania. Like he got big money off that. It was the biggest payday of his life.
He probably got more money than freaking someone in the Money in the Bank.
Oh, obviously. Where are we now? We've gone off.
We just got rid of we just finished the first segment.
Oh yeah, we've mentioned so many random shows. It's like somebody tune in, they're like, "What the hell are they even reviewing?"
We're just building up the mythos of shows that we'll eventually get to.
Are they reviewing WrestleMania 15, WrestleMania 2000, WrestleMania 21? What are they reviewing?
We're not. I can't wait for WrestleMania. I can't even wait for WrestleMania 2.
Oh yeah, that's my least before the COVID WrestleMania. That was my least favorite WrestleMania.
Either that or I can torture you by picking WrestleMania 4.
I liked WrestleMania 4.
You know how many matches were that? There was like 15 matches on that show.
I know. I still enjoyed that show. That was a good Mania. It was a tournament show, so obviously there was a lot of. It was not just a tournament show, but it was a one show only tournament show. So literally the whole tournament was on that show. So yeah.
Hogan come out in the end. Yeah, brother. That's awesome for you, Macho. Get the camera on me. I'm gonna kick his ass next year.
So now we go backstage here. Undertaker and Ministry are shown in the locker room, and they're just beating up a bunch of random guys backstage. And then this was to send a message to Big Boss Man. Now we see Austin tell Mankind that he's going to destroy him tonight. Mankind then says, well, if he changes his mind, that he should give him a single. What the? Mick Foley is funny, man. What did you think of those two segments? Right, those quick backstage segments there.
I like how Undertaker thinks by beating up these jobbers that it's gonna scare big mom. Oh hell no! He beat up them jobbers. I am scared out of my fucking mind right now. I ain't going to the arena. I'm sorry, Vince. Well, he beat up these indie workers.
Well, if Boss Man ain't scared yet, he's gonna be pretty scared later on in the show. And it's kind of I can't wait to cover that segment because there's a funny moment that I just want to talk about. Like, why would you do that? But we will get to it when we get to it. So now we have opening contest is a street fight. You know I love these type of matches during the Attitude Era. This isn't hardcore, obviously, but street fight. D'Lo Brown taking on Owen Hart. And D'Lo, or excuse me, hold on a minute. Oh, yeah, no, D'Lo gets the win after hitting Owen Hart with a guitar. What did you think about this match? Good little street fight to kick off the show. I liked it.
Now I want to point out they're in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
They're not at the Igloo where the Penguins would have been playing at this point.
Right.
And almost being contracted at this point too.
This is at the time the Penguins almost dissolved from the league too.
Yes, because they somehow won the cup in the 90s, but still almost dissolved.
Yeah. Imagine all the free agents that would have came out of that. Like all of a sudden,
Super Mario would have been there.
Yeah, Yager. Like holy shit.
Maybe they would have moved the team to Winnipeg. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm from Winnipeg, you idiot.
Or Arizona.
Wow. Maybe Arizona. Who knows?
So
what did you think of the street fight there?
I thought it was fine. They should have used a hockey stick. Come on, you're in Pittsburgh.
Absolutely, I agree.
Have a Mario Lemieux jersey on. Pretty sure he still would have been there.
Yeah. Well, he returned, I think, in 2000. Well, no, oh man, I don't know. Didn't he like? No, yeah, he returned in 2000. He might not have been. No, he might not have been. I'm not sure.
Because I know he retired and then came back. Once Gretzky was gone, he came back.
Yeah, and this would be Gretzky's final month. This is March 8th, and then he would have retired. The season ends early mid-April, so he retired the next month. So yeah,
I'm a Ranger, guys. Woohoo! Thank you for the ticket sales. Yeah. Don't worry. 20 years from now, we'll be trading away our freaking draft picks, and everything will be on fire here at MSG.
Yeah, Capo Kakinen is now a Seattle Kraken.
Capo Cockadoodle-Doo. And by the way, that's a lot of K's.
That is. It's one of the craziest.
Capo, Caco, Kraken.
Oh yeah, with the crack, yeah, he's triple K now.
Don't worry, that triple K.
Oh no!
He comes out. It's time to play the game. Triple K. He has a white hood on. Da-da-da. Anthony Duclair.
Oh, no.
I've come for you. Oh my God! It's Triple K.
I didn't even think of that when I said that. I did not even think of that when I said that. Oh my God.
Triple K. That's his new nickname. Thank God we don't. Good thing we don't face the Kraken anymore this year.
Oh my gosh.
Anthony Duclair is safe for another day.
Oh no! So now backstage segment after this street fight, the Undertaker orders the acolytes to patrol the parking lot. Viscera and Mideon sent to the locker room, and Brood are to stay in the front of the arena. All for the reasons to look for the Big Boss Man. We're all looking for the Big Boss Man.
So they're standing in the front. Just picture the Brood just standing in the front, just like yeah. Yeah. Do you see the big Gangrel still has his teeth in? Do you see the big boss man anywhere? And just talking is like, I don't see the big boss man yet.
We're on fire. We have to carry this momentum into a show later tonight. We really do. Even though nobody's watching, but we're having the time of our lives.
I know. And Christian's just like standing like, I'm not going to say anything yet. We're brothers. Me and Andrew, by the way, we're brothers, by the way. We're not going to talk about that yet, though. They haven't thought of that yet.
So now, New Age Outlaws taking on Al Snow and Hardcore Holly. And New Age Outlaws get the victory when Billy Gunn pins Hardcore Holly with a spike pile driver. Now, after the match, lights go out, Ministry of Darkness hits the ring, and they attack everyone. Viscera hits a splash on a lot of guys, and Undertaker gets on the mic and warns Bossman that he will meet the Lord of Darkness by the end of the night. Oh boy. Guess what's up next? It's your favorite part.
Oh my god.
No, it's not. It's not the story.
I know. It's my favorite. It is the quintessential part of this whole road.
I've said it too.
The greatest segment ever.
It was an underrated part. It was an underrated part of the build-up to this WrestleMania. This is not though when JR gets the the mini announce booth, and does kind of. I don't know.
That's probably the next episode because he has it for 2 weeks.
I literally said it's probably the next episode on our last show. So we're doubling down on that. It's probably after our March.
I know. I'm pretty sure he has it for 2 weeks, so it would have to be the next episode.
So he did it for 2 weeks. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it should be the next episode. Absolutely, because
someone takes a bump near it and hurts themselves. I remember that.
Because we got the 15th is the next episode, and then the 22nd. And the 22nd is the go home. That's the shower.
They all take showers together. It's very progressive for 1999.
So this starts backstage where JR tells Steve Williams, Dr. Death, that he's an All-American. He's better than other superstars. And now we cut to Cole and Lawler, who talk about how it might be too early for JR to make the return. That's when JR comes out to the ring. He's carrying a bag, and, well, he asked for Michael Cole. He asked very politely, because even though JR is a heel, this is still just Jim Ross. He's got a nice guy in some way. So he asked polite for Michael Cole to get into the ring. He proceeds to pull out a mask and red attire. He says that this was the creative team, which I hate when they mention a creative team.
This is what Vince Russo thought for Steve. Bro. He's like, bro, this is what that Vic Venom guy thought, bro.
He didn't mention Russo by name, which obviously Russo was not a television character at this point. But this was one thing Russo did that I really wish he did not do. The mention of creative team. We went over, me and Mohammed. We've gone over the first Nitro of the Russo Ferrara era, and the creative team is mentioned again and again. It's like, my gosh, when you watch a sitcom, you watch a drama, they don't go and be like, oh, the writer told me to say this, and I'm not gonna do it. I don't like it.
It's like the middle of Schindler's List. Schindler's like, guys, it's okay. This is all just a movie. Everyone here's okay. They're not really being killed. I mean, this is based off people being killed, but I assure you, they're okay. See, someone gets decapitated. Someone gets decapitated in the movie. Like, this is just a prop. It's okay. He's okay. Wave your hand if you're okay. See, he's okay. It's like the Toy Story. Buzz, wave if you.
The problem is obviously Vince McMahon was a genius at taking real life situations and turning them into great storylines. But turning I didn't like this character that the creative team had for me is not a good storyline because you're literally telling everybody, hey, this is a television show. Like that's that's the type of realism that you have to keep out of the show. It's called breaking the fourth wall. You don't want to do that. All you see is the Titantron just fall, and all of a sudden,
like Dwayne, like The Rock. Like, my name is actually Dwayne Johnson. The Rock is actually not my first name. His name is Stone Cold's first name is actually his full name is actually Steve Williams, not this Steve Williams, the other, not the other Steve Williams.
Which
his name is actually Paul White. That's Mark Calloway. He's Glenn Jacobs. Where are the WWF?
When he first got into the wrestling business, not WWE, the wrestling business itself, they asked him what his name was. He says Steve Williams. It's like, well, you can't be that. We have a Steve Williams. That's Dr. Death. That's literally why he never used his real name, because somebody had the same name as him and was already using it.
Maybe JR just likes people named Steve Williams.
I thought it was last week. Not last week. 2 days ago. 2 days ago it was he likes people named Steve. Now it's
Steve. He's like, he had Steve, Dr. Death. Hey, Dr. Death, do you think you can shave your head a little bit and start drinking beer? Really, you kind of remind me of another Steve Williams. Are you cheating on me with the other Steve Williams?
Oh my
God. That's why Dr. Death didn't like JR. He found out he was cheating on him with the other Steve Williams.
He's just he's an OU football mark, according to Steve Williams, Dr. Death. Steve Williams. So, JR pulls out this mask with red entire. He says this was what the creative team had for Steve to wear. He's an all-American wrestler, and this is what they had for him. And he said they couldn't come up with nothing better for an all-American. So Ross then gives Cole. Ross then goes off on Michael Cole for essentially for making fun of the Bell's palsy and stuff. And then at the end of that, he gives Cole a low blow for disrespecting him, and he orders him to the back so that JR can finally reclaim his throne. Well, Lawler Jerry Lawler awkwardly welcomes JR back, but now we cut to Mr. McMahon, who is ordering the Red Rooster, of all people, Terry Taylor, to get rid of JR at the announce table. Mr. McMahon then tells the Stooges to keep an eye on the Ministry, and then we cut back to ringside. Terry Taylor is walking down the aisle to ringside. He comes over to the announce table, tells JR to leave, and JR just goes off on Terry Taylor, talking about, the Red Rooster, he was a mid-carder, he's a lifetime mid-carder, now he's going to do commentary. And then that's when Steve Williams, not Stone Cold, Steve Williams, Dr. Death, walks down to ringside and gets JR to leave. And Terry Taylor essentially says, thank you, Dr. Death. Let's get him out of here, blah, blah, blah. While JR is essentially being like, he's a lifetime mid-carder. He's a Red Rooster, and now he's going to do commentary. His
name is the Red Rooster, motherfucker.
This was a great segment outside of the mentions of creative team, the mention of mid-carder, pulling the wool, like, hey, TV show, guys. Like, outside of that, JR, whenever JR portrayed like a heel character, it'd be so funny. Because, like, he's obviously not a bad guy. That's why I said, like, he's a heel and he's politely asking Michael Cole to come down to ringside. It's funny.
This was a tremendous episode. This was a tremendous segment because, first of all, the fans were cheering JR and booing Cole. First of all, like the failed heel turn right away. They're already cheering you, Jr.
He's mocking JR for the Bell's palsy. JR is politely asking him to come to ringside, which I don't think Michael Cole, I don't think even by mistake was mocking character-wise. Like that's a way to try to get this really nice guy to be a heel, is just that he mistakenly, not even mistakenly, he just on purpose mistakenly, if that makes any sense, says that Michael Cole is making fun of the Bell's palsy, which Michael Cole wasn't.
Well, you got JR saying, "Oh, well, you told kids that you told Vince that kids and small children and animals would be scared of me."
Yeah.
Because my face was scared. But even getting back to like the whole, this is what they gave Steve Williams to do. You know who's in the crowd that night?
Who's in the crowd?
This is Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle had a segment on Heat with Tiger Ali Singh.
Yeah, wow.
So given what happens later tonight, I'm surprised he came back seeing what happened last time. He was involved with many crosses. Or symbols.
Yeah.
We'll get to that soon enough. But
he dipped on ECW because of the cross thing, but yet WWE ends up doing something very similar. That's pretty funny.
But
hey, that Vince McMahon money is a little different, you know. The Paul Heyman money. They say his checks bounce. We say what you will about Vince McMahon, those checks don't bounce.
But what's it called? You got him saying like, "Oh, he wanted him to be an amateur wrestler." I picture like, "Huh, what's so bad about being? I quit." Oh man, he's like, "Oh man, they make fun of people with Bell's palsy here. What the fuck am I doing? What a dick you are, Cole." Fuck.
Was he actually in the crowd for the show, or did he leave after they taped Heat? Was he?
Maybe he left after Heat, but I would imagine he probably wanted to stay just to watch this show. Because he would have been training at this point. This would have been full on training for wrestling. Kurt Angle.
Maybe that's the thing. He probably had to go back to wherever they had that training thing, and he had to train. He probably never saw that.
If he saw that, he wouldn't have come in. But I love how JR joins Jerry Lawler. King doesn't know what to do. He's like, "I'm a heel announcer. You can't be a heel announcer. We would offset each other." JR's like, "Shut the fuck up. Fuck you." Oh, look at this cherry. The Red Rooster cock-a-doodle-doo. Fuck you.
Yeah, that was a tremendous segment.
One of the best segments.
Now we have Ryan Shamrock who kissed us in the locker room while Blue Meanie cries.
Oh dear God.
So now we see the Stooges. After that, we see the Stooges who have a flashlight in attempt to find the Ministry in dark corners of the arena. They have no luck yet. So what do you think about those two quick little segments there? We know how you feel about the first one.
If we could just all agree to act like that first segment didn't happen. I like how the Stooges are looking for the freaking Ministry. The flashlight's like, "Ooh, peekaboo! I'm gonna find you." It's like playing hide and seek.
What would the Stooges have done if they would have found Undertaker in the Ministry? Like,
Undertaker's, "Oh shit, you found me." My plan has failed. He just sweep all there. "Oh no, they found us, Undertaker. My hiding spot. I get nervous. I'm far."
Paul's not with the Ministry at this time. Paul is backstage watching Buffy episodes.
That's right. "Undertaker, I'm sorry, I was watching Buffy too loud. This episode's very good. You should check it out."
He tapes the episodes when they air, and he decides to watch them while at work on Raw.
Undertaker's like, I can't watch Buffy. I'm trying to help make this this satanic symbol. Why can't you help me, Paul? I'm busy watching Buffy. I helped. I gave you a hammer. I had to make the caskets back in the 90s.
Back in the 90s, this still is the 90s.
Well, it was the early 90s.
The early part of the decade.
Yeah.
So now
remember when you were just a zombie?
So now we have Ken Shamrock against Goldust. And Goldust has Ryan and the Blue Meanie by his side. Shamrock wins this match with a belly-to-belly. And after the match, Blue Meanie comes in the ring, just turns around and texts him. Now we go back to the Stooges again. They're still looking for the ministry.
Oh, you don't want my thoughts on that match?
I'm gonna get that. Hang on. They're still looking for the ministry with Gerald Briscoe suggesting that they kick a door in, and Pat Patterson thinks that this is a really stupid idea. I think there's more to this. It doesn't say it in my note. This might the more part might happen later. So, what were your thoughts on these two, the match and the following segment?
I find it weird how they just went from one Stooge segment to another Stooge segment, and they had nothing in between. I guess when they were taping this episode of Raw, they skipped. Maybe there was a Benoit match in between, so they just decided to skip over that match for whatever reason.
Benoit was working in WCW at the time.
Then maybe I don't know. For some reason, when I was watching this show, that whole match that you just maybe I don't know why was this guy reporting on the dark match that obviously never took place?
It happened on the show. Just because you didn't like it, just because you didn't like it doesn't mean it didn't.
You and your little fairy. This was just a dark. This happened during commercial, obviously.
I will just say that there was a really good segment. It was a short match, so I'm not even going to call it a match. It was a really good segment continuing the storyline involving the Intercontinental title picture, what we will see at WrestleMania 15 involving that title. Some people in this stream did not enjoy that storyline. Others,
I wonder who that might have been. It's obviously Frank.
Now we go to do you have nothing to say about the Stooge segment?
The Stooges are great. I mean,
yeah, they are. They are.
They are always the highlight. One of the highlights of the shows.
Absolutely. So now we have actually very interesting. We see Test and Triple H on screen together not long before, but a few months before the wedding segment. How about that? We have Test versus X-Pac. Triple H obviously in X-Pac's corner. The funny part about this, we mentioned the wedding segment. Shane McMahon is actually in Test corner as well as China. Test gets the victory. Test gets the victory after Shane hit X-Pac with the European title. By the way, Shane is the European champion. We haven't mentioned that many times.
Well, don't worry. The title's at the toilet. The title is pretty much pointless. It's worthless.
It is. Shane did commentary as well for this match too. And after the match, Triple H says that he's going to the locker room, grab Chyna and humiliate her. Grab Chyna and humiliate her in front of the world. Now we see here's okay. Yeah, I see what happened now. Here's the Stooge segment where they kick the door down. So they say, let's kick the door down, but they cut away from it and we see them kick the door down later. But the Stooge this is really funny too. The Stooges barge into a locker room they have been standing outside of for several minutes. But the Godfather and his hose are inside. And it leads to a funny moment where the Stooges try to run out and the Godfather just beats the shit out of him for coming in, and he closes the door. What do you think about those two segments there, the match and then the Stooges again?
Oh, the match is fine. Triple H is going through the motions of, oh wow, I can't believe what's gonna happen at WrestleMania. Hey, China, Test that girl that you're gonna be dating later this year. It'd be such a shame if I ruined your career and everything.
Test is like, who am I dating?
Oh, you'll see, pal.
So now we go to the Godfather.
Oh, by the way, the Godfather attacking the Stooges, BSK for life. Oh yeah. Hell no! You ain't attacking no one to take on my fucking watch.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's funny. So Godfather with the hose taking on Steve Blackman. Blackman. The funny thing here is Blackman actually opts to take the hose. Steve Blackman is like one of the last guys you expect because Blackman is so serious with the martial arts stuff. You would think this is a guy who'd be like, no, hell no, I'm going to kick your ass. But no.
Now, could have this worked at WrestleMania if, let's say, Godfather had won the Royal Rumble? Rock versus Godfather. The Rock takes the hose.
New champ, yeah.
Confetti falls from the sky. And I can't believe it, the Godfather has done it. He has sold the host to The Rock and has won the WWF title. The Godfather era has begun.
You beat me to it. You beat me to it. Yes, the Godfather era. And he beat me to it and then froze up. Oh, boy. Tro is frozen. Did his phone die? What happened? Oh, there we go. I thought your phone.
See, I talked about Godfather being WWF champion, and the whole thing imploded. That's what pushed the stream over the edge. Me talking about Godfather beating The Rock via the hose.
So here we go. Blackman opts to take the hose instead of the fight, but then Droz comes out and attacks Blackman from behind. Godfather is not happy about this because obviously he's trying to make some money, and Droz is interfering with that. So Blackman, so he actually helps Steve Blackman turn the tide against Droz. Lights go out. Oh boy, we know what's gonna happen.
BSK. BS.
No. BSK was not together on this one.
BSK implodes
because they come out. Ministry comes out and they destroy Droz. They destroy Blackman, and even the BSK boy Godfather got some of it as well. And this is where the Undertaker lets Big Boss Man know tonight there will be a sacrifice.
Undertaker says, "Why didn't you offer me any of those hoes?" I'll say, well, you don't have any woman in that in the ministry is like, no girls allowed. No hoes allowed. But Undertaker, I love the hoes. Get in, bitches.
So now we see Triple H and Chyna facing off in the ring. The lights go off and Kane comes out. Not Ministry. The lights went out again.
They gotta pay this fucking light bill. This is like the third time the lights have gone off.
So Kane comes out and he has or Chyna grabs Triple H, like holding him for what is going to be a fireball. Kane grabs the fireball, throws it at Triple H. Triple H ducks. Chyna gets the fireball, and Kane is obviously distraught. He carries Chyna to the back, and then they come back from commercial, and they show Chyna laying down. Kane's holding her and got a towel over her head and everything. So what do you think about this? The fireball literally blowing up in Kane and Chyna's face.
I can't wait for next week when Chyna comes out with a mask on. And you sound like those doctors who say, I didn't get burned.
JR's gonna have the mask. He's like, this is what the creative team had in store for China this week.
JR just comes out each week with with creative stuff that was denied. Like they wanted Terry Taylor to be the Red Rooster. What a fucking joke! Terry Taylor sees Kane dressed up in red, like, oh hell no, that's my gimmick, buddy. I'm the Red Rooster. How dare you dress up in red? Terry Taylor just buries Kane's like, hey, isn't that Isaac Yankem? King's like, no, it's not, I swear.
So now we have a debut. We have a debut.
Oh boy.
Of Sean taking on the debuting Tori. And Tori just looks amazing, per usual. As does Sable. Obviously, Sable's on commentary for this one. She comes out, gives Jerry Lawler a copy of the Playboy edition that Sable was on at this time. Obviously, Jerry Lawler in character gets all crazy about it.
And, in character, I'm pretty sure that's just Tim Norley.
Maybe it is. But,
to be fair, she is a little old for him.
Oh no!
He likes him young.
You went there, oh boy.
Jerry Springer went there in 2012.
On
2013, whatever.
Yeah, I remember
it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
Oh wow. Yeah, I remember when the network first came out. They used to have Jerry Springer on that. They were doing stuff with Jerry Springer. That was wild.
It was either 2013 or 2014. Jerry Springer was on Raw, and they're like doing like Jerry, and Jerry Springer's like, "Hey King, don't you like to pick up your kids after? Don't you like to pick up your girls after recess?"
Oh no, he actually said that.
And Jerry Lawler, this is like PG WWE, and this is when King's like a face. And I'm like, oh dear God, Jerry Springer, no. People aren't supposed to know that Jerry Lawler is not particularly a good person, not a great person, doesn't have a good history.
Remember how you were told to stop making fun of David Flair because he might get sued? Which one of the
I'm not making fun of Jerry. Look, I'm not gonna have like this long storyline of me not liking Jerry Lawler.
Listen, I'm not worried about any of that. I'm not the one who told you that. Like, you can say whatever you want. Nobody watches. We're not that big. Like, that was one of the crazy. First of all, nobody's going to sue. David Flair is not going to sue you just because you think he's a bad wrestler. That's the thing. What I'm saying is, if there's anything that could get you sued, it's that joke. But Jerry Lawler does not watch us. Nobody's going to, like, I don't care that you made that joke. Like, Jerry Lawler does not watch. We're not about to get sued over that.
I stopped the David Flair jokes because, first of all, they were starting to get a little too repetitive even for me. And number two, I was being a little mean to him. I don't hate David Flair. He's a fine guy. I wish the best of him. I was just making fun of how his Titantron in WWF was literally him getting his ass kicked and Ric Flair looking disappointed in him.
See, David Flair probably doesn't even care.
I know he doesn't.
He probably deals with people telling him he was a shit wrestler, which I totally disagree with. But he probably deals with that every day. It probably doesn't.
I'm sure he's a little jealous of his sister Charlotte. Well, I guess Ashley, but
maybe, who knows? Maybe he is, but I still don't think that he has problems with the people who say, like, especially on a podcast, like,
who are we? He was on WCW. Who the fuck are we?
He was on WCW. He was in WWE for a cup of coffee. Like, we're on.
He was in a segment with the Undertaker in WWF. Who the hell are we?
We don't get the views. Nobody knows this. At least not yet.
He has a Titantron too. We have a Titantron.
No.
Granted, his Titantron was him getting his ass kicked and Ric Flair looking disappointed to generic.
We once had we don't have a Titantron, but we once had a shitty intro that was worse than that Titantron.
I wonder who made that.
He's in this stream right now, and if I think it's shitty, I can't be the guy who created it now, can I?
Well, to be fair, I didn't create it. AI did.
Yeah, well.
All I did was give it instructions. I created this one. It's alive. I created it. I must put my creation. I must inject the lethal dose of poison.
So we're getting back to Tori's there. She wins by she wins by disqualification because Luna did not break a chokehold in 40 seconds. So after the match, Sable steps into the ring, beats Tori down, rips Tori's shirt off, dances, and leaves. This is a good short little segment involving what would be the women's title at WrestleMania. What did you think about this?
Beats her up, takes her shirt off, and then dances on her ass.
That's what happened.
What a fucking bitch. That's how I want to win. If I ever got into a fight, that's what I would do. I take off my shirt, do a little dance, and then just leave. What a way to go out.
I'm telling you, we're on fire today. We got to do a second show. I'm telling you, we got to come back later tonight.
Yeah, we'll either be dead. We'll either be like dead tired, like we use up all our material now. We might peak. We might peak now. Who knows?
Well, we'll see. Undertaker and the Ministry corner Big Boss Man in the parking lot. They attack him, and after near the Titantron, Ministry ties up Boss Man to Undertaker's symbol. And as Boss Man is being risen to pretty much the height of the Titantron, the Undertaker says that he will destroy the corporation piece by piece, and then she will be his. I don't think anybody knows yet who he's talking about, but I think we know by now. Obviously, what happens with Backlash and everything, we know who she is.
Buffy. Paul Bearer came up with this plan. Undertaker doesn't know who she is. This has been a convoluted plan to get to the Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
At this point, I believe
the whole time.
Well, Buffy, I think Buffy's dad died or something, or she didn't really have a dad on the show. So at Backlash, when you hear "Where to Buffy," Buffy would yell "Mom!" And Backlash at that point would be before they killed off Joyce, the mother. So yeah, that would be what Buffy screams. So here's what I was referring to earlier about why would you do this? So Big Boss Man is up on the cross or the Undertaker symbol. It's supposedly not a cross. So
yeah, I mean, it really isn't. It's pretty. It branches off enough not to be a cross.
Which maybe that's why Kurt Angle didn't have a problem with it. Who knows?
Maybe Kurt Angle's very into that scene. Maybe Kurt Angle's satanic. Who knows? Timberlake.
So the whole ministry, I was about to say corporation. The whole ministry is while looking up on you on this symbol, and obviously they're not going to climb up the symbol and beat you up from there. So you're more safe up on that symbol than you are down there because there's a whole bunch of ministry guys who hate you. But meanwhile, Big Boss Man breaks off of the symbol and just jumps down. What are you gonna do now? Jumps right there, and they just jump him. What are you doing, Boss Man? You should have stayed on the symbol until they left. Like, we tortured them enough. Let's go.
There's only ever 3 people ever placed on the symbol: Boss Man, Stephanie, and Austin.
Yeah.
How sturdy are those straps? Because thankfully Austin doesn't try to break free because he was legit hanging in the air.
Well,
Stephanie was tied to the rope, but she was on the ropes. Yeah.
She didn't have to.
It took Austin a little bit to though to undo. Like I picture Undertaker like, oh shit, you know what? We have to make those straps tighter.
Yeah.
Big Boss Man got free from this.
They needed to do a better job in hiding the symbol, by the way, because earlier in the show, you actually see Undertaker's symbol like in the higher area, like above the Titantron. It's like
you see Boss Man on it just to see if he can get out.
like, going back to the Raw that I went out that I was at, the June 23rd Raw at the Garden, they actually had a symbol that they revealed at that show. The symbol was the WrestleMania 20 logo. And I never saw that at any point during the show did I see that symbol. And I was there. They hit it perfectly. Well, or I just didn't look up at any point. And when I say I literally never saw it, I was actually in the bathroom when the reveal happened. So I literally never saw
it. You never looked up. You just never bothered. Oh, there's the WrestleMania logo. Cool.
It's literally something that didn't necessarily need to be hidden because it's not gonna spoil anything.
Well, that would have been the first. That would have been the first year that they did the sign.
It was. There was no symbol sign for Mania 19.
And I feel like they started like hanging the sign early in 03. Not early in 03, late 03.
Yeah, Vengeance. You watch Vengeance 03. The sign's there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And then they decided, you know what? Let's just bring this out like during WrestleMania season.
Yeah,
this thing's kind of a drag to have to bring everywhere we go.
It debuts at the Royal Rumble.
Now it does.
Yeah,
and you point to it, it blows up. It's a little gimmicky, but it's kind of funny. It's coming around from being stupid to being kind of funny.
Yeah. So after Bossman gets down and gets attacked by the Ministry, some people in the corporation, including Paul White, come out and try to fight off the Ministry. Then the police come and they arrest Undertaker, which I guess how many times has he put people? Well, two. This would be the second time because Austin was like 98, right? Yeah. So this is the second time. Now all of a sudden it's a crime because he wasn't arrested for doing that to Austin.
Undertaker was about to stab Austin. He was about to fucking cadaver his ass. The police didn't come. But you see, once you attack a cop, it becomes it's a whole thing.
That's the thing. While they're trying, but they're already trying to arrest him before he knocks him. He knocks a couple of police officers down. And he then just allows himself to get arrested as the symbol burns in the background. And then when we come back from break, Vince McMahon catches up to Undertaker who's being thrown into a police car. He's yelling at him. And he threatens to tear him apart after he gets out of jail. Eesh. So what do you think about that?
I love the thought of Undertaker going to jail and sitting in a holding cell, just picturing like, oh shit! I mean, who's gonna bail him? Who's gonna bail him out?
I think we know what you got for segment of the night. This is my segment of the night, and your segment of the night would be second on my ranking. But yeah, this whole thing with Undertaker symbol and Big Boss Man. That's my segment of the night. Actually, my second one is the opening. The JR one is the third. Go ahead.
Who is going to bail the Undertaker out of jail? Because
Viscera.
Viscera just showing the world's largest love machine. He starts dancing like, oh shit! You know what? You can go. You can go. Either that, or imagine showing up the lights turn out of the cop station. The Brood's there. You're like, we're here to release the Undertaker. And just like, beware. Here's the bail. Here's the Beware, here's the thing. Either that or Paul Bearer. Undertaker, I'm gonna bail you out again. I can't do some.
Buffy.
I was in the middle of Buffy, Undertaker. Why'd you get yourself over? I'm so disappointed in you, young man. I can't keep on bailing you out.
I love how we randomly just created this inside joke that Paul Bearer was a big Buffy fan.
Well, it started in that freaking 04 episode where he's watching Buffy in the hotel with the Dudleys.
That would be the June 10th, 2004 SmackDown. Yeah, when they abducted the Dudleys abducted him, and he just sat in a hotel with them and watched Buffy, which was Buffy. At that point, Anya. No, at that point, Buffy was over. Tro doesn't know that. I had to tell him that. But
I don't watch Buffy.
He decided the Dudleys were like, "What do you want to do?" It's like, I have a Buffy tape with me. I recorded the last episode, and I've been carrying it with me to every show we got since it ended. So let's watch the last Buffy again.
That's the real reason why the Undertaker got rid of Paul Bearer. He was tired of watching Buffy. Every time we go, Paul, you're showing me the same fucking episode of Buffy. I'm tired of it. There's no other way.
Because after he came back, he was on the road so much he could never go back home and take some of his other Buffy tapes. So when he came back at WrestleMania 20, he was like, "Let me take the final Buffy episode tape with me, and when I come back, I'll get more." But he was on the road so much he could never get home. So that whole run from WrestleMania 20 to Great American Bash 04, he was watching the final Buffy with Undertaker.
Everywhere they go. But the tape breaks like, "Oh, Undertaker, we've got to make a stop. I'm gonna get this tape repaired."
That's what happened to me with the WrestleMania 19 VHS. I still have like pretty much all the tapes that I had as a kid, which wasn't many, all the WWE pay-per-view tapes. But WrestleMania 19 was one of the tapes I had, and it like was my favorite show. Like I watched it so much that the tape broke on me. I also had the WrestleMania 20 tape, but I immediately like got rid of it because like it was shit. Like the whole show was not on there. It was like only like 2 hours of the show. So I got the DVD for my birthday, thankfully, that year. And I was like, man, what the hell? Why is the whole show not? They did a double tape set for WrestleMania 4. We just mentioned WrestleMania 4 earlier.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they do that for WrestleMania 20 then?
They did a 3 set for the Titanic. Why couldn't they have done for WrestleMania?
Yeah, that's crazy. But I'd rather have the DVD anyway, so I'm not mad about it. But at the time, imagine thinking, "Hey, I'm gonna go home and watch WrestleMania 20," and it's like, but it's not even the whole show. I'm looking on the back; it's like some stuff is missing here.
Yeah. To be fair, those DVDs used to be so good. Yeah. Because you get like these random advertisements, and then of course, bodies have been broken. How do you learn to fall off a 20-foot ladder? Trainers, EMTs, referee. What do you entertains you?
I always click skip. Like you can't perform this.
Yeah, you couldn't skip it. No.
Yeah, I don't skip. It pisses me off. It's like even if it's a 1 second ad.
And then with the Vince McMahon DVD, they just keep on playing the same his theme over and over again. So if you fall asleep watching that, all you hear is wake up 8 hours in your dream.
And you hear the PS4 sound in the background too.
It's PS5, motherfucker. I'm trying to get light on. I'm trying to keep the light up in my room. PS5.
So now we are here at the main event. How about that? The main event is Paul White versus Mankind versus Steve Austin, with Paul White as your special guest referee, Rock as your special guest commentator. And Mankind ends up winning this via countout. As in fact, it was actually Paul White who essentially did a fast count on Austin. Austin had Mankind on the ropes, and obviously the count to 5. Paul White did the count to 5, and that was the end of that. And that is literally where I was at, and when I got up to that at the show, was literally when I sent you the link to the streamer. I was like, "Oh, okay, that match is over. Well, yeah, let me put him through." Like, I don't want you sitting there while I watch the main event. It's like, when the hell are we starting? When the hell are we starting?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out of here, Stone Cold. Imagine that's how WrestleMania 15 ends. everyone's booing. Like, well, sorry, folks. I guess the Rock's won.
No, we are getting 2 shows away to WrestleMania 15, so we're gonna find out soon.
We need to find out. Are we gonna do the Rage Party?
What is there to say about the? I enjoyed the Rage Party, but
like, I mean, the Rage Party is pretty good because you got freaking.
How about this? Remember when we did the live stream of the Islander game? Do you want to Do you want to do a watch along of the Rage Party? And with
is the Rage Party on Peacock?
No, it's on YouTube.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah. See, and I was gonna say that we could do like a watch of actual, like, reaction video, but I think obviously there's music on there.
Yeah, so I was gonna say there's chocolate salty balls being played on that show. So
what we can do, I will stream it from my YouTube, obviously, and I will screen share. And when the music comes, we will mute it. How about that?
Just put in our own music. You want to do copyrighted? Sure.
Okay, there we go. Our first ever watch along. Me and you, at least, our first ever watch along. Reaction. Not our first ever watch along. Our first reaction.
I remember Vince McMahon telling Kane in full gear to be, "Oh, come on, interact, be happy." Big Show saying, "WrestleMania, woo!"
Who?
I'm gonna call him the Big Show. I know his name is Paul White, but he's big, and he's gonna show. He just showed us what he's gonna do as a referee.
So, what was I gonna say now? Oh yeah, this would not be a part of the FNC's Retro Wrestling Reviews. That'll be a separate video in its own right, but it'll be a part of our Road to WrestleMania.
Yeah, maybe we'll get some more freaking Gold Dust and freaking Velveeta scrap on that show.
Absolutely.
Maybe they'll have a match, or either or we'll have Droz and Steve Blackman again.
Yeah. So after the match ends, Paul White raises Mankind's arm in victory and then gives him a choke slam. But he refuses to attack Austin. After Mr. McMahon runs out and talks to him, Rock does not understand what this is all about. Overall, out of 10, I would give this show an 8.5. What do you think?
6 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10. Okay.
So, do we have a decision on second show later tonight, or?
Here's the thing. My cousin is doing a singing recital. I don't know if I'm going to it or not. So it's like that's the 50-50. Like, I don't know if I'm going to that or if I'm not going to that. It's
so yeah, just
if I'm not, then I'll obviously do another show. But if I am, that's like, well, I could definitely do 2 shows tomorrow. That I know that.
All right. So yeah, just for the viewers, even though nobody's literally nobody's watching.
Stay tuned. None of you.
Channel. Look on the channel. If at any point tonight the stream for the next episode comes up, then we will be doing it. Hopefully at around 6 o'clock. And if we're not doing it, well, expect us hopefully to do a show tomorrow, maybe 2 shows tomorrow. Who knows?
Yeah. Tomorrow, I don't have anything planned tomorrow around 6. So
tomorrow that would mean if we do 2 shows tomorrow, that would mean we would finish and WrestleMania. Well, actually, we'd finish at least the Raws, because I just remembered we're planning on doing a reaction video to the Rage Party. So
the Rage Party.
So Ross, we will not do the Rage Party watch along and WrestleMania 15 on the same day, but yeah, maybe that's once we're done with the Raws. Once we get to that March 22nd 99 Raw, we will do a watch along of the Rage Party, and I will try to mute the stream, the YouTube stream of the watch party as it is going on when they go to music. But the fact that it's WWE, so we might have to end up deleting it anyway because there's WWE stuff on there. But who knows? We'll see. I mean, it's literally on YouTube. If it's allowed to be on YouTube, I don't see why we wouldn't be allowed to react.
As a big helicopter flies over my house, it's the WWE now. They've come. It's Jerry Lawler. He's come for me.
There you go. So in the future, we will have obviously potentially another show today. If we do have another show later tonight, that will be the March 15th, 1999 edition of Raw. You gotta at least let me know by 3:00. So if you say we can go, I can watch the show starting at 3, and then we'll be ready at 6. We also,
this is gonna be tremendous.
After we do WrestleMania 15, we will be on the road to Unforgiven 01. And for all the Islander fans, we will have at some point early in the month, hopefully this point early in the month, we will not wait till the middle of January, but hopefully early in the month of January, we will recap the month of December. So that's what we got coming after this. Thank you to anybody who has watched. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, and we will see you either later tonight or sometime tomorrow. Thank you, everybody.